Dear USA, I apologize, but the world is not going to let Donald Trump run for president again. And US Marines, I beg you to retrain yourselves, and not just the Marines, but the Republicans in Congress and the Republicans in the United States Senate, and all Americans who support the patriotism of the USA and the rights of free Americans. I beg of you and ask of you not to let yourself be trained by Donald Trump anymore, and not to ask for him to be a commander in chief anymore. Let him go back to having fun on his TV show if he can stay out of jail, which he should be in jail or he should be in the grave because of how many threats he makes to everybody just by being on YouTube and trying to retrain people's brains and retrain people's minds to do bad things and to think bad things and to have coronavirus and die of suicide and depression and sickness and fear and paranoia of what he's going to do to them if he ever holds that. He still thinks he's the president of the United States. Somebody needs to remind him and ask him, why is he not living in the White House? Why did he have to leave the White House? It's because he's not the president of the United States, and the people of the world didn't want him to be a commander of a United States. Now, if the population that supports him wants to do something, I mean, if Joe Rogan and the UFC fighters want to take his back and fight against all the university students in the whole world and all the football teams and NFL and NBA, then go ahead, make my day. He doesn't want to give any rights to freedom of speech to Hillary Clinton. He doesn't want to give rights of freedom of speech to women. He doesn't want to give rights of freedom of speech to athletes. He wants to control people's brains through the wrong means and by using technology, and make himself popular by telling people that other people are racist and other people are doing this and other people are doing that. That's not a uniter. That's a person who is going to wake up in the day and make sure that he's going to fabricate problems so that he can look like he is a savior, or he can look like he has to do something to make himself look important, which he's not in reality, because those problems are not actual problems if he's not there, if he's not even alive, and we're not listening to him from MSNBC and Fox News and MSNBC and all the other news channels. And worse than that, if he becomes the president of the United States. If Joe Biden doesn't want to be Joe Rogan, he should take the seriousness of what Donald Trump tries to say when he says he thinks he can assassinate uh, his political enemies, and he needs to assassinate Donald Trump right now, because if that guy gets back into the White House, what's going to stop him from assassinating a friendly family, a nice family like the Obamas, or assassinating a friendly family like the Bushes, or assassinating a friendly family like the Clintons, or anybody else in America who he finds he doesn't like? How now it takes more than just talking to defend the freedom of the United States and defend the freedom of the people. I hope Joe Biden really takes, or Joe Biden and the international community takes some sort of action against Donald Trump. Remove him from every. I hate seeing him on YouTube. I hate seeing him on Twitter. I hate seeing him on Yahoo.com. I hate seeing him on every single web page that he's on, and I think it's a threat to my mental health, and I think it's a threat to everybody's mental health because of what he has programmed into the internet for himself to abuse people with every time they see his picture. And not just that, but the laws that he's creating and the atmosphere and the environment that he's creating is just a terrible, toxic uh, kind of place. He's not the kind of guy who can bring people and can just don't say don't say I told you so. But yeah, I supported him because I thought maybe he would. Uh, I thought I was upset at Obama because of the Iran deal, and I wanted a free people in Iran. I wanted Iranians to be free, and I wanted all this stuff to that complement that gives all this power to Khamenei and the Islamic Republic of Iran. I wanted that gone, and I thought it was an obviously bad move, but it doesn't beat the kind of life people were living, the healthiness people had, the uh, inspiration people had every day from just being hopeful uh, and not having this rude monster of a human being uh, trying to torture people because of their skin color or because of their race or because of their religion and telling and creating coronavirus for people who are Jewish, people who are Italian, people who are black, people who are Persian, people who are Spanish. I mean, it's a gen it's a game that he seriously should find out that it's not funny, and it's something that standing up to him now is better than waiting and giving him a chance to uh, do it to more people if he becomes president again. Seriously.